Welcome to A Taste of Theater, where everyone is a star. This is the place where playwrights from around the country will come to showcase one scene of their play.
Give me a taste, I want a taste. Taste of
Today's star is shining bright on BERYLANNE Lynch
Give
of
me a
Zion,
taste.
Illinois. We will see a clip of her play, Secret Desire.
Taste of theater.
BERYLANNE Lynch. Secret Desire. I wrote Secret Desire because I'm a vintage enthusiast. I've been in love with vintage culture most of my life, from hairstyling, vintage fashion. My favorite time periods are the 40s and 50s. And so one day, as I was browsing online for 1940s love stories, I came across this site that had plenty of them. And so I got inspired to keep writing Secret Desire, and it's based on a 1940s love letter, and I just kept writing it, and I kind of just thought about mixing it in, or just throwing in the idea of putting two personalities together and seeing where that goes. And yes, that's how Secret Desire was created. There's two main characters, the only characters, Dolores and Elroy. Dolores is the main character, and she's more of a timid, quiet type of woman. And Elroy, he comes off as very confident and more talkative, but there's actually something very mysterious about him deep down. He has a similar personality to Dolores, and he tries to get Dolores to open up about her personality and to make her more expressive and more outgoing. And so basically there's a twist where Elroy is actually as shy as Dolores, and he gets her to open up about that. I want people to walk away with understanding different personalities out there, and how we can all meet each other through our energies, how we meet each other I don't want to say with a coincidence, but how we are meant to meet other people, how we can get along with someone very well versus when you first meet someone, you may not get along with them very well, and how our personalities sort of mold with one another, and how we have that one friend that's similar in all aspects of our lives, and how you can meet that special someone in any time, any day, any circumstance, and that person could be the one that's your reflection. With Dolores and Elroy was basically Dolores's reflection, and she didn't know that this entire time until the end of the story, where he finally got her to open up about it, and she accepted it, and that's how they became lovers. I had to research the time period. My favorite periods, as I mentioned, are the 40s and 50s, and so I just researched different things of the 50s, how they talked, how they behaved, their fashion, things like that. And so I researched things of personality. Like I learned the difference between introvertedness and extroversion, if I could pronounce that right. And studies they did back then throughout the 20s and 30s up until the 60s, and how there's different personalities out there, and how we all can relate to one another, based on our personalities and such. The one thing I want people to walk away with is understanding, just understanding other personalities. We're all not the same when it comes to our traits, our personalities, our upbringings, what makes us act a certain way. It takes a lot of understanding to know someone, and basically, besides walking away with, watching the 50s in this movie, people can walk away with understanding, especially what it means to be shy, because, I was raised very conservatively. So I come off as shy at sometimes, but some people may not really understand that. So I understand how it is myself. And so I want people just to be aware of what it means to be shy, what it means to be quiet and observant and things like that. And just understanding different personalities. I've written one other play. It's called The Underground Effect, and I produced and directed that at the Gorilla Tango fall of 2014. I can be reached several ways. My production business is called BERYLANNE Productions. That's B-A-N-N-E and then Productions. And my website is www.BERYLANNELYNCH.com. That's www.BERYLANNELYNCH.com all together. And then Facebook as well, facebook.com/BERYLANNE Productions. There's no hyphen, just B-A-N-N-E and then Productions. And then from those two websites, you can find my other websites, my other social medias, YouTube, Twitter. There's links and buttons to click to find my YouTube channel. That's youtube.com, BERYLANNE2290. My advice for any up-and-coming playwright, those of you who are passionate, determined, and eager to get your work out there and to make something happen with your work, I would say you gotta take a risk. No matter what that little voice in your head is saying, you have to take a risk. You have to remain passionate. Don't let anyone tell you anything different, nothing that's against what you believe. You have to just keep believing in yourself, and you have to keep writing. Write. Don't ever stop writing. Always carry a notepad with you and a pen in case there's an idea, or your phone, your iPhone, Android. And you always want to take notes, write down any ideas that you have, and just keep being inspired. I mean, go out there, watch movies, watch other plays, meet with other playwrights, attend workshops, attend classes, network as much as you can, and just keep writing. Just put something on paper. I mean, if you can't afford to produce or to create a $1,000 or $1 million play, I mean, you can do something as small as a small play for $100, and a small place like someone's house, a warehouse, a library, something very local. I would say start off very local and then work your way up. But before you can do all that, you have to write. So be sure to always write and never stop following your passion of playwriting. And on with the show.
Where the wind blows.
Get your head out of the clouds. You're such a dreamer. People tell me this all the time. I admit I don't get tired of hearing it. It's not that my head is stuck in a daydream all day. It's just I'm visiting the reality that I created for myself that no one else can interfere with. Everyone has dreams. And I know mine won't come true, especially when I think of him. You see, there's something about me that hinders me from getting and keeping a man. It's a dark secret I dare not share. All you need to know is I'm not like those other girls. I have a few girlfriends I speak to at times, mostly around the holidays. Becky, she's found her true love and now she's moved on. She's no longer a party girl. Hello.
It's nice seeing you again.
Oh, how thoughtful. Thank you. I can take that.
Thank you very much. Thanks for inviting me over. I've been looking forward to this all week.
My pleasure. Would you like a drink?
Please. Thanks, darling. Lovely place you got here. It looks like you're prepared.
Thanks.
Speak up.
Sorry?
Speak up. Don't ladies enjoy reminiscing about their day, the things they've done, people they've met?
Well, what made you want to see me, Mr. Decker? Is that right?
Elroy. And I was only curious. Seeing a precious thing like yourself sitting alone at that diner, well, it made me wonder.
Well, I frequent that diner on my break since it's close to my job.
Right, the manager told me you're his favorite customer. He actually recommended I talk to you.
He told you about me.
Oh, he did, yes. So, what made you want to be an office runner?
Mail clerk.
Wouldn't you want to be a writer or a secretary? Doesn't the idea of working in solitude attract you?
Who are you really?
What would you like to know? How about talk about yourself? Well, I'm sure you have something burning deep down inside. I can almost see the smoke.
Like what? Okay, why don't you tell me who you are?
Okay. Let's start over. Hey, come on. Up. Come on. Hi, I'm Elroy. Nice to meet you.
I'm Dolores.
Beautiful name, Dolores. A toast to a beautiful afternoon. The beautiful Miss Dolores.
Why don't you finish telling me about the war? You left off when you got out of service.
Ah, yes. Well, it was summer '44. They convinced me I was too injured to continue service. I believed them, and after some healing, I got out and found a position at a factory making airplane parts. So I do believe if I keep talking, it gives you reason to stay quiet.
I'm a good listener.
I'm sure of that. Let's talk about your deepest.
I don't share that right away.
Oh, well, I don't mean that, secret. No, See, Mr. Lewis, you are rare. You're specialty. You have a trait that requires a great deal amount of time to get to the surface, and I am willing to wait.
What are you trying to say? What do you mean?
I mean, it was the reason why you stayed so quiet when you first talked.
Are you saying I'm too quiet?
Oh, darling, no. Don't you know there's no such thing as too quiet or less quiet? The quiet is, well, it's quiet. Outside the earth, it's quiet. No, you have something you don't want to share. Something buried in the back of your mind, that is.
And what do you suppose that is, huh?
Listen, darling, we all have traits that set us apart. We all think we blend in, but we don't. There's no shame in that. We all have a niche. For example, I can be as loud as Louis Armstrong, talk as fast as a radio man.
Enough!
Dolores, what is it? Are you that type of lady to deny the accommodation of your male counterpart to feel more empowered as a female being? Or are you too afraid to let a gentleman like myself in to fulfill your desires, wants, and needs?
And what makes you believe that? It's getting late. Why don't we reschedule another date?
Getting rid of me already?
Since you've been here, you've done nothing but question me and pick me into tiny bits. I thought we planned this night to talk more, to get to know each other.
I am going to know you, and I want to get to know you. Listen, I promise, if you take down your wall, well, then you will never be hurt.
You're very handsome, Elroy.
I'm glad I met you.
But I'm sorry, you must go. It's getting late. I'm sorry.
Well, let me share a few words. You are the type of woman I've always wanted, my entire life. I feel like I've known you my whole life.
Don't forget your hat.
Please, just listen. if you become my lady, then you'll never be scared. And you'll never have to hide anything. I know what's hidden, your greatest weakness.
My
It makes
weakness?
you, yes.
All right, it's my attention span. I have a really short attention
I'm
span.
afraid that's not it.
It is
It's
too.
not even close.
Please stop telling me what you think you know of
You're
me.
one of a kind.
I'm nothing like you.
I'm quiet sometimes too. I think about situations or what to say. I admit I have a fear of rejection, especially when I first talked to you. I was rather embarrassed. We both need to admit our inner secret. You would think the war shaped me up to be brave or confident. But in fact, I'm shy. I've been shy my entire life. But that didn't stop me from learning about the people around me. I've always wanted to find a girl that would understand my shyness. I was naturally drawn to you in that diner. I found that in you.
You knew this entire time? I'm pretty sure 2 introverts doesn't equal an extrovert, Elroy. I appreciate you being honest with me. It says a lot about your character, but I just still think it won't work. We just are too different. How's it gonna work if we're both shy? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. I'm sorry.
Can't you see there's a bigger agenda ahead of us here? The heavens have opened up.
I'm sorry. I liked you all along. Honestly, I just couldn't find the words to say it.
I know what it feels like to not only have a person who knows you, but is a direct reflection of you.
A dream is nothing but a word until it's experienced. Love is just an idea until it's felt. I never thought my dreams would come true, but creating that perfect man in my dreams led me to actually finding him, because that's exactly what I envisioned.
I know a guy who's very fly. I know a gal who's oh so shy. But the two of them are reflections. A true match made in heaven. Love's in the
Give me a taste, I wanna taste.
Taste of theater.
Give me a taste, I wanna taste.
Taste of theater.
Give me a taste, I want.
Hello, Rhonda. It's good seeing you again. Get some love from you.
At A Taste of Theater, we believe your productions have evolved past the four walls of a local theater, that your plays should be shared with the world, and that your creative theater productions inspire and define generations. Through our new streaming app on demand, the entire world can experience your play. Your play will be seen with no interruptions, uncut, uncensored, plus you can earn revenue from advertisers. Let the next generation be influenced by your work by submitting your play today.
My name is Doris, and this is my story. I couldn't explain it nor put my finger on how, but it was like I was being guarded, guided, and watched over. It all started when I was a child. I remember wandering off one day from home. I was walking in the forest and fell. I went missing for several days. I fell into a hole, and all I can remember is a man holding me. He had a sweet smell.
Doris, where are you, Doris? Doris!
Then all of a sudden he disappeared, and I was found by the search team.
I found her! There she is!
Oh, praise.
Then when I was in the 7th grade, I remember getting into a fight with another kid in school. This kid was much bigger and stronger than I. I knew I was in for a beating that day. Then, right as the other kid started to swing, a teacher grabbed his hand. Later, the teacher said that he normally doesn't walk where we were hanging out, but somehow felt led to go that direction. Now I'm on my way to college at Howard University. It is my freshman year, and my father didn't want me to live on campus, so he bought a 1-bedroom condo for me.
Hello again, Dr. James. Pleasure to see you, Fred. Good seeing you. Have a seat. Make yourself at home. Thanks. So, Fred, tell me, are you still in a situation at your job where the people don't like you, but they love the work that you do?
I think so. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out.
Okay. Let's try this another way. Have any of your coworkers asked you to go out and hang out outside of work?
No. Although, the other night a bunch of them were meeting up at Club Shizoba, and they actually had the nerve to ask me if I wanted to go. Can you imagine that? You know, Doctor, when I come to your office, it seems to get windy in here.
You know, I have no idea why that happens. Well, new conversation. Fred, have you met a wonderful young lady?
Yes, I met a beautiful young woman by the name of Ms. Robinson at Club Shizoba just the other night.
Well, now we're getting somewhere here. Was Miss Robinson single?
Yes, she is.
Did you engage her in conversation?
Yes, I did. Oh my gosh. We talked for a while. And I tell you what, Doctor, she has this beautiful, beautiful dynamite figure. She has a smile that will melt in your hands. And I can understand why Mariah Carey wrote the words, "Something in your eyes captures my soul." I see her in my dreams at night.
Listen, we need to talk. Okay, you have no idea what is going on in your brother's life.
I know. I know what Dante does. Okay, but I also know my brother, and I know he's not involved in any of that. Look, he came over here to talk to Quentin. That was it. He didn't come over here to hurt anyone.
Okay, that's exactly.
He didn't come over here to hurt anyone.
That is exactly my point.
On 3 buses for? Y'all want them papers, you'll have to get them your own self.
We can't get it, Paris. It's in a strong box, in a hole under Johnny's desk. He don't trust me no more, since I told him I want to leave, and Phyllis ain't got no reason to be in his room. He always keeps his office door locked.
Well, how am I supposed to get in?
Johnny need a bartender, and all I got to do is...
5,000 and 11,000 in loans for repairs.
In the emergency fund?
The house will double my client's commission.
See, that doesn't make any sense.
You don't understand real estate.
No, what I don't understand is why you decided, because you made a choice to keep me in the dark, while things got worse and worse.
You can't fix it.
I could have stopped it from happening in the first place, see?